Hello everybody, it's me, Michael, once again back for another Good Place episode review, and you might be thinking, whoa, this is a different area. It's because I just didn't really feel like recording in my room today because my roommates were kind of like active and had friends over and they were loud. But also, while I was on my walk, I was like, okay, maybe I can like spin this into like, oh, this like in the Good Place. This is the first time that the characters have like been out of the Good Place, so this could like be the first time that I made an episode review outside. And I also thought, oh, you know, it's because this is my best self. You know, I used to be scared to record videos like outside for very closed walls. So yeah, I'm kind of learning to be my best self, as it were. Anyway, this episode was phenomenal. Like, I got the museum spoiled for me, like, but it was just like the YouTube caption, because like as soon as I hit the YouTube app, I was like, oh heck, Good Place like actually uploads clips like right after the episode airs. Hopefully this will be fine. And then I saw like the word Museum of Human Misery, the words, and I was like, oh, okay, but this is probably fine, because usually they're pretty early on in the episode when there's a noise behind me. But usually they're pretty early on in the episode, the clips that they upload right after. And it did not ruin it for me at all. In fact, I just got a bigger kick out of seeing the Pirates of the Caribbean 6 poster, because I was like, oh, is this like the highlight of human misery? Also, hearing them curse, very jarring. Hearing these characters specifically curse, it was like, ow. Stop it, you guys. But the fact that they never said fork, the fact that they never actually said fork in this episode, despite fork being like the tagline and like the first thing Eleanor figures out when she discovers she can't curse. NBC, you're cowards. But also, I love you so much because you're airing the best show, in my opinion, ever. Hopefully the finale doesn't screw that up. And every single episode, I think, oh, how is this possibly going to have a satisfying finale? Because this episode, even after Best Self, which is my favorite episode of The Good Place, this wasn't a disappointment. This was phenomenal. It was brilliant. The whole idea of the Museum of Human Misery was brilliant, because you get to go to the bad place, you get to have all the cool, like, weird ideas of torture without actually having to show CGI and stuff, and kind of like, because it's a TV show, the budget's not going to be that big, but you still get to have like all of the cool concepts and jokes without actually having to go all out with the CGI and make it like, oh, that is clearly TV CGI. But yeah, like that, it was genius. I laughed so hard when they had like the plaque of the first man to say, well, actually, to a woman. I laughed so hard. Also, in my next time on the Good Place video, I totally called all their names matching up with their person, but I did guess Jake for Jason only because I thought like they were like, oh, what are your names? And Jason was going to be like, oh, my name's Jay, and then someone like, you know, like hits him and he's like, Jake, and then they're like, yep, he's Jake. Or just thought, oh, because he's like kind of on the dumber side, Jake is pretty close to Jason, so, you know, it's not too far off base for him. And then like there was my, like, just earlier today before I watched the episode, I was like, are they gonna make like a Brooklyn Nine-Nine joke? Which I know they wouldn't do because they're on different networks, so the NBC people would be like, I don't know about that one. So it's like, you could talk about butthole spiders and penis flatteners all you want, but don't say anything about a TV show that's not on this network. This episode, I am freaking out. I'm so glad I didn't have it spoiled for me. The whole museum was such a good idea, and they did it so well. Like, I would have been fine if they just, like, spent more of the episode just wandering around. You know, like, if they had more of the episode, but also we still got everything we got. Basically, I just want more 10 out of 10 content. Sorry that this video was not, like, as thought out as some of my other ones, but I just took like a 2-hour walk because I had so much energy after this episode that I had to like get it out somewhere. So I just walked around campus, and it's like 40 degrees out here. It's not as cold as it was the other day when it was snowing. I'm not sure if you can tell, but the snow is kind of like melting. You can see, but yeah, look, there they are. There it is. But I keep on wanting to like talk about early stuff, because I know like as soon as I get to the later stuff, that's gonna take its own stuff. It's gonna take its own time. I thought like for a little bit that maybe Michael was going to like kind of like let out Bad Janet out of the marble and kind of like replace them, like the old switcheroo, like marble our Janet so he can like easily like take her around, which he might be doing now actually, because at the end of the episode he's like, don't worry about it, when they were worrying about Janet. But this episode, oh goodness, like I actually like screamed when Sean was like in the room, and then when he like was like, who's Derek? And then he like turns around over to Michael's chair, and then Michael's chair was empty. I like started freaking out, because it's like, okay, Michael is no longer a double team. He's just a straight up Team Cockroach member. He's not on Team Demon, partially just so he can get all the perks and stuff, but also being on Team Cockroach as like his main team. I was freaking out. And also this proves to all you stupid I don't trust Michael people on Reddit. I know I said that until a few episodes ago, but it didn't take Sean literally getting so angry that he actually displayed anger as an emotion instead of just, oh, well, we should go get Michael, you know, like that kind of thing. He was actually like angry, and you could see him being angry, which is my counter argument to anyone who's like, oh, this is all them acting to it, which I haven't actually seen, but like as soon as I watched the episode, I was like, yeah, these people are going to think that Michael's still a bad guy. If you still think Michael's a bad guy, what are you doing? I also don't really like the idea of, oh, Michael's not really like a true demon, which is why he can change. He's like half angel or like a monster or something that isn't a demon. So he can actually change, and all the other ones can't. That defeats the whole point of the show. Taking people who are trash bags and like, oh, they're not actually trash bags. We just have to like teach them the right things because they were like, something bad happened to them in their life, and you can take anybody and redeem them. That would completely defeat the purpose or the point of what has happened so far in the story. Just side note, I need merch of that little thumbs down pin. Like, I need that on me. I just want a thumbs down pin now. I just want to wear it everywhere and be like, yeah, I'm Michael. This show. Also, I totally called, as I said, all their names, but I also called Sean, like going like, oh, who's Derek? And it not being when he first went to the media place. Like, he went to the media place, came back, and then realized about Derek. Another thing that I called was, there was like a squirrel or something right around there. Another thing that I called was at the very end, when Michael was like, go somewhere else. I mean, it wasn't exactly somewhere else because they went to like this giant portal, you know? But yeah, like as soon as they saw, like when Eleanor was like, oh, I need a button, man, and he was like trying freaking out, I was like, oh no, it's the trolley problem and he's gonna give her his button. Oh no, this is insane. What's going to happen to Michael? And then he looks over at Eleanor and he's like, I think I found the solution to the trolley problem. I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Like, I was like freaking out. And then they played the credits a little bit earlier than usual, so the last bit can just be creditless. Very good choices, by the way, on NBC or the editor or whoever decides that. Good decisions. Also, rewinded a bit. Tahani's American accent, phenomenal. The fact that Christian Bell's husband was in this episode, and then they look at each other and they're like, you look good. You don't look so bad yourself. I was like, haha, I get it. They're married. Ha ha ha. And Jason saving them with like the fire and stuff, like, and then when everything lit up on fire, I was like, yep, it's the bad place now. It's the real bad place now. And that's when I was like, oh, like, this episode, I have so many emotions regarding this episode. I was like, I was freaking out because it's like, oh, they're there, they're being caught, they are surrounded by demons, and they know that they're escapees. They know that they're running away. A little bit of a rewind. The fact that they were the exhibit, I thought that was great. I was hoping for like a little bit of a diorama of the neighborhood, and I was excited to see it. And as soon as the curtains fell down and we saw our humans, I was like, oh no, I know exactly why everyone has been freaking out about this. So yeah, also they looked really cool. Like, they look human, but they don't, there's like some uncanny valleyness to it. Like they kind of like move mostly smooth, and then they kind of like, I don't know how to explain it without actually you seeing it, but you've seen the episode, you know what I mean. So good, so good. I really want to see a museum with them now. I just want to look at them and talk to them and take a selfie with them or something, please. NBC, you film at Universal Studios. Have it set up there at Universal Studios. I will go to Universal Studios just to see this. It's great. Anyway, Sean just expressing emotion, crazy. Jason saving them, crazy, because everyone's like, oh, Jason's so dumb that he has to be betraying them. Like, do you really think that? No, nobody, no, whatever. this episode, I don't really have many other things to say about it. Also, the sun's going down and just my lighting is getting weird, so I look way darker. But yeah, I'm about to go out to eat, so this video is going to be up late. But if I think of anything else that I want to add, I'll just add it. I'll just add it while I'm walking around. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, like, the trolley problem at the end. I've been waiting for the trolley problem to, like, return to us, and, like, every time anything, like, there's a question, and, like, there's one person that's kind of against the others, I'm like, is this the trolley problem? Is this what they were building to? Nope. And so, yeah, here we have Rhonda, Diana, Jason, and Trent, like, the best episode, one of the best episodes so far. I don't want to say the best episode because I still think Best Self works more for me on more levels than this one does, but this one I can't really see any imperfections with it, and I know that's stupid, me being a fanboy, but it just makes me so happy right now, and I don't really see any flaws. It's not like other shows where I'm like, this used to make me happy, but I see so many flaws. I'm going to live this hype train while I'm on it. So yeah, I know I was just ending the video, but I think of more things I want to say. So good, so good. One of my only questions is, why does everyone still dress up like a human? Like, I get technically it's because of budget, but why is that? Is there a reason? Are they just so fascinated with humans that they put on uncomfortable human suits? I don't know. Also, Lance made a cameo in this episode. He was from Voltron. He was the giant slug monster that Michael ran by. So yeah, say hello to him. Yeah, this episode, 10 out of 10. I don't do ratings, but like 10 out of 10. You know, it's so good. It's so good. I love it. See you guys later next week. I'll try to do it next time on The Good Place this week, but I'm getting back into college, which is why this video was late, by the way, because I couldn't watch it live. So yeah, see you guys then. Goodbye. Have a nice night, day, whatever it is for you, my guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Goodbye. Nothing is fine. Nothing is fine. Michael is gone. Michael, I just want him to be okay. I love him so much. I love The Good Place Michael more than I like actual real me Michael. Okay, so I turn off the camera and get up, and as soon as I get up, I thought of more things to say. So when Michael gave Sean like the papers and he immediately threw them in the trash, you see like a look of like kind of sadness on Michael, and I'm wondering if that's just sad because, oh, Sean threw away this thing I was working on, or sadness because he regrets doing literally the exact same thing to Chidi back in season 1 about his life's work. Also, just kind of another thought that I kind of want to say just before the next episode, just in case this turns out to be true in some way. Doug Forsett, I want to see him as the judge. I am 100% confident that he is going to be in the show in some capacity as an actual character, not just some gag from the first episode, especially because you constantly see his picture. Like, you constantly see it. Like, anytime in season 1 when they're in Michael's office, or basically anytime when they're in Michael's office, season 1 or 2, you see his picture. So I think that they're going to try to like set up him as a future character. I just walked by this guy, so whoops. What was that? What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I don't think that The Good Place is actually going to be good. Like, I think that, oh, this is just a bunch of people who have been holding, like, this is just a bunch of people who have just lived an entire life being, like, responsible for their actions and correct and everything, and now they're in a place where what they do doesn't matter at all. If Team Cockroach can't be good and get into the good place, good people can't be bad and get into the bad place. So there's no reason not to do whatever. So it's going to be madness and insane, and kind of like, when they get to it, I think they're going to be like, oh, did we like make a wrong turn? Because there's no way this is the good place. So, yeah, just a little bit of Good Place ramblings for my favorite show. Only like 2 episodes left. Next episode is the burrito. I remember thinking originally, it was like, oh, this is probably going to be like a bottle episode of sorts, and like there's going to be like, they're burritoed in, you know, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like a thought that I had when I first saw the episode title back when season 2 was starting. So yeah, that. And then somewhere else, because I don't think they're going to the Good Place. No, definitely not. Not at the end of this season. But yeah, I think that the judge is going to rule in their favor and say, okay, you can't go to the good place, but you're not going to go to the bad place or the medium place. You're going to go somewhere else, somewhere that we maybe not have heard about in a lot of detail. Maybe we've heard briefly mentioned, but I don't know. I love this show. Side note, completely unrelated to the good place, but I am really proud of myself for actually making this video, because there have been multiple times where people have been walking by and I haven't stopped. I mean, I get a little startled when I figured it out, but as you can obviously tell, but you know, I actually did it. I guess this is my best self. And I started recording this less than 5 seconds after I turned off the other one where I said I was so proud of myself. But those people just walked right by me and they didn't say anything. And I just had my camera up like this. This is a good day. I need to finish homework that's due tonight in a class that I didn't get set up until like yesterday because it's an online class and I didn't have my laptop and stuff. With that's all that just stuff that you don't care about in a good place video. I'm just happy. I'm getting better. Anyway, this video's long enough.